Hi friends, good morning to everyone. Today we are going to talk about export potential of Indian fisheries, a business approach. In this topic, we are going to discuss about the importance of fisheries in Indian economy, contribution to GDP and employment, India as a blue food hub. These things which are going to discuss. Before getting to the subject, I would like to say one thing. Recently, the US Trump government increase the tariff of Indian imports to 50 percentage. We are afraid that that may affect such type of exporting of fisheries. But cleverly India chosen the different market in the world we could manage and we have dominating the world by exporting of fishery products. Fisheries in India at a glance. India is the third largest fish producing country in the world and contributes about 8% of global fish production. Fisheries contributes 1.24% to India GDP and over 7% to agricultural GDP. The sector provides livelihood to 16 million fishers and fish farmers. India ranks second in aquaculture production after China and is the top exporter of shrimp globally. Shrimp is nothing but is the prawn, as we familiarly known about that. Current export performance, as per the financial statement given by MPEDA, that is Marine Products Export Development Authority, which oversees the export of Indian fishery products. As per their report, the year 23-24, approximately India export value 8 plus billion US dollar with a quantity of 1.7 million tons. Our top export destinations are US, having 40% share, mainly shrimp, China, Europe countries, and Japan, Middle East. Our major export items are frozen shrimps, which shares 70% of the marine products export, frozen fishes, culled fishes, squid, dried fishes, and live fishes. These are the major export items which we concentrate on the fishery product export market. So when we look over our key strengths of Indian fisheries, 200 plus major and minor fishing harbors we have, which diverse resources also we have, 2.4 million hectares of brackish water and 3.2 million hectares of reservoirs. Silica and Pulicat lakes being prime examples of this rich ecosystem. Moreover, we have the huge coastal line, that is 7,517 kilometers with 200 plus major and minor fishing harbors. Other key strengths we have shrimp aquaculture dominance. India is number one in frozen shrimp export. Moreover, government from their part, they are supporting with the PMMYS and Sagarmala Blue Revolution schemes through which they are supporting for the fisheries. And also, India seafoods is cheaper compared to developed nations. Our business opportunity in the world, especially in the fishery products, aquaculture expansion, value added products, marine biotechnology, ornamental fish trade. These four major business opportunities we have. One case example I would like to share with you, my dears. When you talk about the shrimp export, that is called prawn, 70% of the seafood export value we have. Look over the diagram where how we are dominating the world by exporting the shrimp exports. especially from three coastal areas, that is Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat, and Tamil Nadu. We have the high demand in US as well as Europe market. The government support and policies. When you look over the government support and policies, both central government and state government highly supporting for the fishery exports. The Blue Revolution, PM Matsya Sampada Yojana, and subsidies and insurance schemes through which the government highly supporting our fishers. The Blue Revolution, as we know, which started in the year 1985 to 1990, the main objective of this Blue Revolution for widely concentrated the India for his pioneer work on introducing breed of fishes. Many schemes which supports Indian fishery exports. Now we talk about the supply chain of fisheries exports. We start with the fishermen and collecting the center through the collection centers, processing, cold chain, and export. These are the five stages through which our product are reaching to the market, that is international market. The recent market trend, how it is, and how the consumer demand for fishery products. High demand for protein-rich seafoods, sustainability focus, and ready-to-eat fish snacks rising in the world market. That is a positive signal for our exporters, even though the US has raised its tariff for Indian imports. As I told beginning of this presentation, India looking over the different market in international trade. That is why we could manage the rising price of, that is tariff of US market. And we have the export opportunities such as value added products are highly invited by the international market, such as ready to eat, ready to cook, canned fishes, fish protein supplements. Such type of value added products are highly demanded in the international market for our fishery products. Then ornamental fishes, global ornamental fishes trade is worth US dollar 15 billion. India shares is even still 1%. Seaweed and algae, huge demand for these products, the cosmetics, biofuels, such products. We have the value added product opportunity as we discussed, ready to cook prawns, frozen fillets, canned tuna, and Kerala ready to eat packs. Kerala dominating the, especially the ready to eat packs. The emerging export opportunity we have fish oil and other products in the form of omega-3 supplements, fish colored peptides, e-commerce platforms through which we are exporting through online. Then sustainable aquaculture. We have the certified like ASC, BAB, MSc, create premium market access. As you know, the international standards that ASC, Aquaculture Stewardship Council, and best aquaculture practices certification we have, and Marine Stewardship Council certificates we have, through which we showing our quality to the export market. When you talk about the business model in fishery, contract framing, the contract farming where integrated fish farming, cluster based export hubs. Though we have the huge opportunity We are analyzing ourselves through SWOT analysis. Our strengths are coastal line, as I discussed, 7,500 something kilometers. We have the coastal line. We have the huge manpower. The weakness, infrastructure gap, that also can be managed by the government by providing the infrastructure facility. Opportunities, value additions, eco labs we have. The threats are the trade barriers and diseases. So the fishery market SWOT analysis saying we have the strengths and opportunities than the weakness and threats. But anyhow, we have few challenges in this field. The infrastructure gap, inadequate cold storage, poor transportation, fragmented supply chain. When you talk about the quality and traceability issues, export rejections due to antibiotic residues, hygiene concerns. That is can be managed. Government taking extraordinary effort to overcome this particular challenge. The competition point of view, we have huge competition from Vietnam, Thailand, Ecuador in shrimp exports. Even though these three people are dominating the world market, we are the number one. Climate changes, impact on marine resources, breeding patterns, small scale fishers, limited access to finance, the people having and technology and international markets. They are unable to reach the international market. Moreover, the present technological scenario, we are also depending the technology to promote this export of fishery products. Blockchain for traceability. We are using blockchain technology to create a transparent, secure, and immutable record of a product's journey throughout its supply chain, from raw material to the end consumers. AI and IoT in aquaculture, we are following. We have cold chain logistics and Kerala's e-fish market initiatives. Through this technology, we are cope up with the emerging technological changes in the world market. We also follow the international trade regulations, HACCP standards, that is called hazard analysis and critical control points, FDA from USA, US Federal Food and Drugs Administration, European Union regulations, compliance requirements. These things which we are following trade regulations in the international level. Finance and investment point of view, the banks are coming forward to lend loan for this particular exports. NABARD support, FDI in aquaculture, and microfinance for cooperatives for the development of these fishery exports. The Vietnam versus India case, as we know, we are overcoming this Vietnam domination, especially in the US market. They people unable to fulfill the quality of such one. We fulfill, that is why we are number one in supply of uh, particular shrimp exports. Though they have the strong branding and the quality control, we overcome all such thing and we overtaken the Vietnam in the export of shrimp, especially to the US market. The fisheries cluster example, Gujarat, they're supplying more on tuna hub, Andhra Pradesh shrimp hub, the Tamil Nadu known for value added hub for the fishery products. The future outlook, as we have targeted 15 billion US dollar seafood export by 2030. It can be achieved. AI driven aquaculture, which we are developing and we are working on it. Then other opportunities we have. So what I'm trying to say, We have huge opportunity, especially for export of marine products in the fishery market, as we have the huge coastal line. We have everything. So through this presentation, I invite the youngsters to contribute your entrepreneurial journey to this export of fishery products. Government have given lot of aids and leniency given for the issuing of licenses, especially for this particular sector. Thank you, my dears. We will see you in the next topic, next presentation. Thank you, one and all.